What's up, everybody? My name is Julian and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in today's video, I decided that I wanted to give you guys a few tips as to how you can stand out in your college applications and make yourself stand out amongst the whole group of applicants. So if that's something that you're interested in, make sure you stay tuned to the end of the video so that you can get all these tips and apply them in your own applications. And also, before I go ahead and start talking about these tips, if you're not already, make sure you're subscribed down below. I believe it's this side or it's that side, who knows. And then make sure you leave a like on the video just to, get this video out to more people. But without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and get into the tips. Okay, wait. I just lied to y'all. I apologize. Before I get into the tips, I just want to talk a little bit about why I'm making this video. So when you apply to college, there are literally thousands and thousands and thousands of other students applying to these same schools that you're applying to. And the schools don't want to admit the same type of student. They don't want 1,000 of this type of student, 1,000 of that type of student, and 1,000 of this type of student. They want to create a diverse environment, or at least most schools that I've seen and that I've applied to have wanted to create a diverse environment of students who are unique, have different passions, have had different life experiences, are interested in different topics and majors and minors and all that stuff. So what you want to do is stand out amongst that application pool to give yourself the best chance of sticking inside their brains when they're reading those applications. And then when they revisit your application again, they'll remember you, and then you'll hopefully get admitted. So that's why I'm sharing this video. But now we're gonna go ahead and get into the tips. Okay, so for tip number one that I have for y'all as to how you can stand out on your college applications, I would say take challenging courses during high school. Now, this may be kind of obvious. I'm sure you've heard this plenty of times from your, high school counselors, from your principal, from your teachers, from your parents, from your friends, even all of that. But it's very important, I would say, and not just taking challenging courses, but also take challenging courses that pique your interest and that kind of align with your passions, or maybe not even your passions if you're not passionate about anything, but just things that you like. So for example, AP classes, if your school has AP or if you have IB, I know IB is really hard. AP is hard relative to honors classes, but I wouldn't say that they're that hard. But I've heard IB is really hard, so that's a whole other story that I really can't get into because I don't have that experience. But I would say, try to take challenging courses, because then that will show them that you are capable of, coming to college and being successful in those college level classes. And then I say take challenging courses that you're interested in, just because you could maybe have a story to tell about a class that impacted you, a class that you took because of X, Y, and Z, a class that piqued your interest because it aligned with your life's goals or your passions and different things like that. So it kind of gives you a story to tell about your experiences, as opposed to you going and just taking random classes and oh, I took those just because I had to have 30 credits or whatever by the time I graduated. So that's why I say take challenging courses, but also take challenging courses that pique your interest, because those will be really important on your college application. But that's all for that point. So for the second tip that I have as to how you can stand out on your college applications, I would say join organizations that pique your interest and kind of align, again, like I said, with your passions, or just things that you enjoy, because I understand high school is not a time where everyone is passionate about something. A lot of the time that happens in college and even afterwards. But just join organizations that pique your interest and that you'll enjoy and be able to talk about in your interviews, and how they impacted you and all of that. Like in high school, I joined I was in the art club. I'm not artistic at all, but that was kind of an escape for me. It allowed me to tap into my more creative side, which I never really have done. I've always been really academic, so it kind of gave me a breath of fresh air. So that's something that I talked about. I was also in National Honor Society because I like to do community service. That was another thing. But yeah, and I also ran track, which I wasn't really good at it. I'm gonna be honest, like I was horrible, like I was bad, like bad. But you know, I enjoyed like working with the team, and being on the track team was also a way for me to just like stay healthy and have like my physical health in check, because I've always been, you know, not as healthy as I wanted to be. Like I was always really skinny or like chubby, so it kind of like, you know, got my body together, which, you know, helped me with my physical health and made me feel better, thus allowing me to, you know, better focus on other aspects of my life as opposed to me always being sad and like insecure about my body. So yeah, that's not something I really talked about in my application, but it's something that definitely helped me develop as a person. So yeah. Now for tip number 3, I would say it's also very important for you to build relationships with, you know, different faculty members at your school, especially your teachers, because not only will you be able to gain mentorship from them because they've been through a lot of the same experiences as you are soon to embark on, but they also could offer you advice about, you know, what schools to apply to, what to look for in certain schools and things like that. And also, as I've talked about in my other videos, recommendations are very, 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 very important, because it gives the admissions counselors at different universities and colleges a different perspective on you, because most of the college application is you talking about yourself. And I mean, most people, I'm sure, talk themselves up. Like that's just what we do, you know, we talk ourselves up. But I think that, you know, they like to see other perspectives and see if those kind of align, or even if the other people see you as, you know, more hardworking and intelligent than you even see yourself. So the recommendations are a very, very, very important piece. Like I would say my recommendations in the past have definitely helped me immensely, you know, when, you know, I didn't have maybe the right scores for a certain opportunity, the right grades, the right experiences beforehand, you know. So recommendations are really important. So make sure, you know, you just build relationships with faculty. For the 4th tip I have for y'all as to how y'all could, you know, stand out on your college applications, and I would say this one is one of the most important in my opinion. I mean, I'm not really an expert, so I can't really I can't really say it's the most important, but I would say using your summers is definitely very, very, very important. Like using your summers to explore your passions, as I said. And I don't know if y'all noticed, but my passions is coming up a lot, because, you know, that's definitely something that, you know, is beneficial to be able to talk about in your college interviews and your college applications, because it kind of gives them a sense of what type of person you are and what you want to do in the future. But I would say use your summers to explore your passions and just your interests. Again, like I said, if you don't have passions, explore your interests. You know, when I was in high school, when I was in high school, I was always interested in research. So I went and did a cancer research internship at the University of Illinois at Chicago, which was definitely amazing, especially being that I was in high school. Like a lot of people aren't even able to get those research experiences during college. So I'm very blessed to have had that experience in high school. And I also think that, you know, that may have been something, I don't know for sure, but that may have been something that made me stand out on my college applications, because, you know, I was doing this like college and grad student level research during high school. So that may have been something that helped me get into some of the schools that I got into. But yeah, I definitely think that y'all should, you know, explore during the summer. You know, if you're interested in business, then go do a business internship at a university or at different firms and different companies, startup companies, all of those. If you're interested in banking, go do a banking internship. I know they have plenty of those. Yeah, so just explore and use your summers. You know, universities want to see that you aren't just taking your summers to just sit around and sit in the house all day. That kind of shows them what type of person in general that you are. You know, are you the type of person that is gonna, you know, just be relaxed and not really push yourself, or are you gonna use that time that you know is supposed to be your rest time, but will you use that time to, you know, have intent to grow, and, you know, grow and blossom and explore, you know, what you're interested in doing in the future. But yeah, I think that's very important. Use your summers. If y'all need any advice on what type of programs and experiences to look for, then comment down below. I'd be happy to help y'all. Want to be a resource. So yeah, that was all for the tips today. I really hope that this helps y'all. You know, I definitely will share more advice about the college applications as I have done in the past. I have other videos on my page. Make sure you check those out. Make sure you subscribe and like the video. But yeah, I'll definitely be sharing more college advice as the summer goes on, because I know that y'all will start applying again this fall. So I want to have, you know, some more videos outlined, filmed, and posted by the time, you know, we go back to school and y'all are getting started on those applications, just so y'all know what to look for in schools and all that stuff, and answer any questions that y'all have. If y'all have any questions that y'all want me to answer, make sure you leave those down below. But yeah, that is all for today's video. I really appreciate y'all's support. Yeah, peace out.